anyway, I knew what I was looking at, or I thought I did, and until she started pointing at the screen, and she's like, "Oh yeah, that's the spine," and I was like, "Oh no, I thought that was the head." Like I was so confused. So I just told myself, you know what, you're gonna sit through this, you're gonna deal with it. You see it, it's fine, it's wiggling, it's moving, whatever, it's waving. It even looked like it put its thumb up to its mouth at one point. I don't know though, I could be wrong. So I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna wait until the pictures come out, and I'll sit down with Travis later, and we'll like look at them together, and he can tell me, because he totally understood. He's like, oh yeah, that's the heartbeat. He was like pointing at it and kind of being like asking questions like, oh, is that that, and stuff like that. So he knew exactly what he was looking at. So I was like, okay, I'll just ask him later. But that failed because she didn't print us out any pictures. She tried to, but the machine like crapped out on her. The printer didn't print the pictures or something. And she's like, I'm so sorry, I should have checked before we stopped. And I was like, it's okay. I was just a little bit disappointed because, I mean, I've been keeping, it's a keepsake. I wanted to make a scrapbook of all the ultrasound pictures and like the newborn pictures and stuff like that. But I guess that's not really going to happen. But I'll live. I'm gonna have more babies, hopefully, so, just not anytime soon, please, no. Anyway, so, that happened, and then it was perfectly fine when we went to the ER, because I had an ultrasound again, because they couldn't find the heartbeat. They were literally looking for, I want to say, like, an hour. He kept putting more gel on, he was searching really high, though, but because he's an ER nurse, it was a little more understandable that he couldn't find it, because, I mean, he's not looking for heartbeats every day. I mean, we're on a military base. It's an ER on a military base, so, I mean, I don't think he's going to have too many pregnant women coming in about, like, dehydration and stuff, so I forgave him, especially when I got to see my baby. The doctor was amazing at describing everything. This time I could see everything. I made myself ask questions because I was not going to go through that again. I was so disappointed when I didn't get any pictures because I really had no idea what I was looking at. So anyway, more symptoms recently. A few days ago I noticed, this is really weird talking about on YouTube, but I was going into the shower, and I noticed like little crusties, like scab like things on my nipples, and I do plan on breastfeeding for at least 2 weeks, and I'm gonna try so hard to go to 6 months, but my nipples are very, very, very sensitive. Like, they're even hands off on my husband most of the time. So, it's definitely gonna be a battle for me, because I'm a pansy when it comes to pain, in all honesty. So, it's definitely gonna be interesting. But for the first 2 weeks, no matter how much pain I'm in, I'm completely determined to breastfeed. So, I've been, like, checking my nipples, and I was like, okay, you know, they really hurt. They kind of looked a little dry and cracked, so I think I'm going to start, like, putting cream on them and, like, preparing them. But anyway, so these crusties, I looked them up, and because I was, like, a little concerned. I was like, why are my nipples crusting? So I belong to this website called Cafe Mom. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of it, and if you haven't, it's just, like, an online board for moms. No males, well, hopefully. There's no men on there. There's like, it's just moms, completely moms. And I'm in this group called March 2012 for the people due in March. And I posted on there, I was like, why are my tits crusty? And my like little message described them and stuff, and because I'm a first time mom and I don't know these things. I'm learning a lot about my body and all the changes I'm going through. So a lot of them were commenting back, and they're like, oh yeah, I have them too. I was concerned. I was just about to post this, but I was too embarrassed. So I'm glad we can talk about it. But anyway, and then the other ones who aren't first time moms or have some knowledge in this, they believe it is the colostrum starting to produce. So I guess that's what it is. I don't know, but I think it's pretty cool, but at the same time, I think it's pretty gross. So we'll see. But I don't know. Just throwing that out there. Okay, this is another kind of awkward and personal discussion, but okay, I know in pregnancy you get spontaneous orgasms, but usually they're connected with something. And the other night, I was sleeping and I woke up and I was in the middle of an orgasm, and it's totally struck me as weird. Like it wasn't like a sensational feeling or anything like orgasms normally are. It was just the act of an orgasm, and I wasn't dreaming about anything. I wasn't thinking about anything. Like, I literally woke up from a black dream, and I was having an orgasm, and I was just like, whoa. And, you know, I was a little concerned because I didn't know what it was, and then it stopped, and I was just like, that's weird. I just had an orgasm. But I just went back to bed. I was just, whatever. But I looked that up the next morning, and sure enough, it happens a lot, but a lot of people get them from dreaming about sex. But I was not dreaming about sex. And the weirder part is my husband was next to me the whole time. So, I don't know. It's just like a random occurrence. I kind of hope it doesn't happen again because it was really awkward and kind of like, what the hell is my body doing or thinking? I just felt like out of control of my body at that point. But whatever, it happens. I started finally peeing like a pregnant woman. Thank God. I mean, not thank God because I'm in the bathroom all the time, but I just felt like I wasn't keeping myself hydrated enough. But now I know I am. Like, I get up 2 times a night and I'm in the bathroom all the time. It's like my new home. Also, I'm carrying pretty low. So the baby's kind of like sitting on my bladder, and that could be a potential problem down the road because I want it to like move up or something. My mom's like, go get a belly band. She's like, if you think the baby's sitting on your bladder now, you're gonna have a hard time when you're further along. And I was like, oh. But I don't know why it's carrying low. A lot of people say that means boy, but I'm like 98% sure I am having a girl. Speaking of that, I will be having my gender scan on the 26th of October, so in exactly 2 weeks and 6 days, so I'm super excited. I'll be 20 weeks, almost 21, so, yay. I'm kind of upset because I know I can find out right now, and it's just driving me crazy. I'm like, I should just go and buy, like, the package at, like, an ultrasound place or something, get a 3D ultrasound, because I really wanted that, but we're tight on money, being that we just moved in to a new home, and we have to furnish it, and we have to get all this baby stuff, and we also got a new car, too, because, I had a Chevy Cobalt. We only have one car, so I had a Chevy Cobalt, and it was, 2-door coupe, and it was standard. Travis does not drive standard, and Travis is 6'7", and it's really hard for him to fit in a little itty bitty car. And with the baby on the way, I don't want to be bopping my head on the ceiling every time I try to put the car seat in or take the car seat out. It would just be so annoying. So, we just decided on getting a family car. So now we have a Chevy Equinox. And also it's good because we're in Alaska and it's all-wheel drive. My little car probably wouldn't do good out here. I mean, you can get away with it in Anchorage for the most part, but not with a new baby and all this stuff. So, and Travis is from Florida. He's never really driven in snow, so this winter will be pretty interesting. Sorry again, this is so long. But that's pretty much all I have to say. I will keep you guys updated, I promise. And that's really hard to say too, because doing these videos weekly is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Props to all the people that update weekly. It's a drag. It takes a lot of time. But yeah, that's about it. I will talk to you guys next week, hopefully. Okay, bye.